here we go. Going after that top there. So I just want to show you the script I wrote. This is now I'm selling on a stop here. I don't think I'm going to do that again. I don't like the stops. I like to get in. See, now that's a stop, sell stop, but I'd rather sell up here. So I'm going to just rewrite these guys. This is my sell at the market, or sell on a stop and sell on a limit. Which I can okay, that's okay. I kind of bracketed it there, and then I'm going to buy here below if we come back. So we broke out this triangle, and this is the demo I'm running. Here was the triangle forming here, and I had my confirmation from this high here that I had this low. So yeah, it was the big euro. Everybody's just totally flipped out. It's so adorable. We're going up now. So I'm selling on limits up here. We're probably going to blow out the high of the day. I just scalped that explosion there, this last thing. And we'll take profits there. But I really want to get the the system down so I don't have to babysit the market through all these crazy moves. So inside the script I wrote for this demo I'm currently running, I bought a buy at the market, and I have a risk to reward ratio of approximately 2 to 1. So I'm risking 11 pips here to make 22, risking 15 to make 33, and risking 22 to make 44. So double your money. So I just launched that one, and that worked out okay, but I had to dump out of everything because I never hit my target. And I got in right here, and I also was slightly already in from pendings on this this key level. Plus this triangle was going to break out, so you just kind of had to nail it, and that was a 5-minute burst. But now that that's over and the pressure's relieved, and it could be one of those drifts up to take out these stops here, which I thought was going to happen earlier, because it's very shallow trend line on these wicks, and on the this chatter here, this being the big fat pivot, looking to get over that. So the other order I ran was the see, this is kind of just getting ready to go nuts to the upside, sadly. So what I wrote this other one that's like going to get in just below in a big pile down here, and this here to kind of scalp orders here, and I placed them in I made spaces here to try to give myself a visual of where they're going to get in on the chart. And you can just take these things and you can punch the trade in and then take a picture of it or print it out and put it with the script. So you know what that script goes for, and it's this one right here. And this is going to last for about 15 minutes. And then I wrote one that comes in underneath the same concept of a big fat trap zone. And then here's a single order. I got to change that. So that's number 4. So try to make this thing number 4 here corresponds to key number 4, because there's a hot key connected to this, and I don't want to have to hunt down the script name. So let me just copy this line in this code. Just hold down the control key and hit copy, and then hit enter. Give yourself some room here and put a couple in here. It's a demo account, might as well abuse it. And then keep this linear, so it's going to buy 11 on each one. And this would buy, like, say, 300 deep. So this would be a spread out grid. You know, as long as you have a linear spread out grid on top of an logarithmic grid, that way you're going to have like diversification in style of entry. So you're able to, and I'm just going to put a hard stop in here because this is a demo. It depends what you normally trade. I think it's kind of, you know, interesting people put a wide stop when you could just put a fat stop on this top order, risk a whole lot of money. You know, you're risking, what is that, 450 pips or 45 pips on a 5-digit broker, so this is actually 50 pips deep. Inside here on these style scripts, these are just like hard written. This is the original code from somebody's saying that something wrong with my code, but this is just where I got it from. 2004, the good old days. So this is vintage script, you know, and some vintage script. Yeah, we get rid of this stuff too here. I don't even use that stuff, so, you know, obviously, right? Some pending. That's kind of quaint to have the original code there. So this is a 1-hour script, and it's going to get in super deep, and this is on key number 4 on the hotkey keyboard. I don't think we're going to make it that deep again, but it looks like this if you launch it. So if I erase these, I launch this, I take a picture of that, I connect that to the file, save it in its own folder so people know. And then you have to tell somebody, like you would if you were, you know, I guess if you're doing a crime scene, right, they throw the ruler down. You want to have at least this grid, which I think is 50 pips. And this is a thing called big round numbers, but I just adjusted it to my own. So it's 50 handles. So there's 50 pips. And I can tell that I'm going to, when I launch, like, say, this order, which is going to get in really deep. If I'm only going to get in 50 pips, and that's my limit, and my stops are always running outside of that, looks like they're going to just pull it back a little bit here. So I'm waiting for this 5 minutes to come back to the breakout gate, and I'm just going to get in here on 15 minutes, really aggressive on this demo. Well, it looks like they're not going to wait for me. So now I got to buy at the market. It's a terrible thing to chase something for just a couple pips here, so I'll put a little baby pullback on this guy. And if they come back into here, I'll scoop that up. My stops will be sitting right below that triangle. And then to be more conservative, you want to get in on a sweep of the apex of that triangle in the 5, because you could retest just the very right here, and that's only, since this is a 20 pip grid, that's only going to be down by like a 20 pip pullback, right? So I put the 20 pip pullbacks in. They last a half hour. The longer term, I just believe that in an hour, this is a better trade. And then in 2 hours, buying really deep here is a better trade. And, you know, we could still revisit by tomorrow. We could always revisit this thing, this triangle here. It's a 5-minute triangle. And the apex is that right there. So it could always come back there. But it looks like they're just off to the races. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna use my market order here again, and you can see it coming in with the blues for my take profit. So that's what that looks like, and then because it's a demo, that could just be the top, and now they can rip it back. So as long as you didn't buy heavy at the market orders, and you put most of your orders below here like this, you have a higher probability of maximizing the stop hunt. Right, so this is a beautiful situation here. You're going to get in on the undercut of that, where everybody that's been riding the 5-minute train today could get their clock cleaned out. You know, like a prize fighter, a little Donnybrook there. So that's this this guy here, and you could make speculation to here and. Put the horizontal bars in. This is the big rollover point, and this will be the possible retest into here. And if you take your chart shift guy and drag this triangle over, click and hold, I guess you can come up with a timestamp for this thing. I guess you'd have to find a wave here that you can split in half. So if you take this whole thing and put this node in the middle of the last known wave, and then put your timestamp on the end of that, right there. So your cycle would look like this. Maybe it's going to be a linear cycle to here. I'm thinking this is the next contention point, whatever time of day that is. Anyways, it's the, and then on the sell side, I just put sell limits above. Kind of, it's grid trading from the standpoint of limits only, and based on a stairway view of the market on a 5-minute chart to just make it lower risk. If you go to the 15, it looks pretty steep and overbaked, but who hasn't seen a market just keep going? Like when we take out this top, possibly right now, like when the bond market closes here in about an hour and half-ish, we could just be cleaning house on these 4-hour wicks. Take this out hard, you know, at 120, at $1.1234. You know, just, and then I guess this would be a great place to have a sell limit here because it coincides with this this price right here. I'm certainly a seller up there, but I just canvassed the area. It's like, you know, knocking on a million doors to make one sale. Okay, looks like they're selling it off now. So I'm gonna get in on this pullback, and then yeah, it's these scripts that just don't have to worry so much. And then I could drop this 15 now, because I could see that coming back in 15 minutes. That's only about, if you're gonna count 3 bars here is 15 minutes. So could we make it back to this? And when you see them landing around here, the clusters at the apex, that's where you want them. This is below. In case they blow through it, you want to get stopped out if you're wrong. And then get in on the, or if you're here to nail it, or you could just come in and place one of these kind of pendings where you just place a pending a drop right there. Oh, that's the wrong size for this broker. Let's come back to this list here. I guess I never brought my drops into this platform. Yeah, that's all I got. So it's going to be, I just automated this whole thing. So here, look at them rush it back in. But instead of buying at the market, think about capturing this plunge, like you're rescuing the euro from jumping from a tall building, you know, something like that. Yeah, this should be pretty amazing how they just clean house to the top side now, and nobody's MACD looks good, you know, right now, right? I mean, it just nothing makes sense. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to punish this thing, and then I gotta get a new demo running, because this broker is just I have to trade real money on this one, and I can't keep going back and forth between the real money and the demo and worrying about their stupid EA that talks to FX Book, which seems to get that to run. You got more luck at getting that to run. Trading, you can make more money scalping than getting FX Book execution file to run as an EA on here. Yeah, I'm buying heavy here at the market. I'm gonna punish this puppy. Looking for this scalp. I'm just gonna load the wagon on this thing. Buying 33 on each click. I'm gonna anchor trade that puppy. That's why I bought this industrial keyboard. All right, it's got to go up. Right now, it's got to go up. So, I'll come back to this situation. So we're resolving this baby 5-minute triangle here finally. So we're looking to take out these highs. Bought some more at the market. Then I got out. Then I got in. But yeah, looks like an explosion here. And so I put this big sell bank up here, and hopefully this isn't going to be too aggressive to sell up into this, but I'm definitely going to load up pretty hard up here at the very top, looking for that just unbelievable you can't believe it's going to go up. This is kind of aggressive. I'm actually going to be selling into this before we hit this 50 pip handle here. So I'm just trying to get my grid distributed so that it's a nice fit, and hopefully it'll be, you know, it'll play out the scenario. But every time this is going up, all I'm thinking of is probably should just get out, right? Okay, so the bottom of the hour is 1 minute away. We could get a blast through the top here and just shear off the bears stops right here on the 4 hour and go clean up into that. That's for my first order. You can sync these. If you fix the scale on these and you find the 50 pip handles, you can sync the prices horizontally in here. So you have to drag this to the stretch this out so that you're looking in the 4 hour window, but you're looking at it in the same price structure vertically. You don't distort your vertical structure, so you're only able to see the stop stacking up on that 4 hour. And you figure if they're going to clean house and then they're going to shear them off and then it's going to come flying back, or you're going to just hold through this thing as they stop them out. So if you are long, you're holding through it, because right now I'm sure the sellers are trying to sell this this zone right here, thinking, oh yeah, this is going to go all the way back to so if you scrunch this down, queue up the I don't have the 100 pips. If I put a 100 pip grid on top, I could really see where I'm at. But this is always kind of scary here. So with the bottom of the hour just came, you could switch this to the half hour, and you would sync the half hour to, but it doesn't look like a great sell in the half hour. But the problem is, it's always that thing where it's like, oh, I can't believe it keeps going up. And they just keep on annihilating you. Right? It's overbought. Yeah, who cares? Like, and then it'll do just something crazy like go 200 pips through the roof here and take out the high of last week for, you know, everybody's like, oh, they're manipulating the market. Well, thank God they are, right? If you can see it coming, you gobble up all these stops. I don't know if I want to put sell limits on these stops right now. I guess for a couple scalps maybe, but I'm just afraid they're going to just go nuts to the upside here. I'm going to get through this price, and then it's going to be this one and that one, right? So it's like that. But this just has that awful look to it where it's just going to keep on churning it up. There's the 15. And this triangle broke out. And so I'm just going to stay long until the top of the hour on that thing, and looking for them to just try to grab all this price. And then maybe that is the place to sell. Slightly, but then certainly way more so all the way up into this thing. Yeah, so this is the freak out. See how freaky it gets here now on the 5 as you come near the 2 o'clock. Now you only got the bond market's only going to be open for another hour and a half now. And if the bond market comes unwrapped, I figure that it's going to affect the euro, and there's going to be just this big kind of like a pull out one leg from a tripod and the thing just starts to tip over. I mean, there's a triangulation of risk that the crowd just kind of ends up holding on to this. They got gold just in case of that. And when the hedge funds unravel, that's when things come unwrapped and people can't make sense out of a 150 pip sell off one day and a 350 pip retrace off the very bottom of that sell off. And then they say, well, what the hell's that? That's not, well, that's just terrible. Terrible way the market. But it happens all the time on a 5-minute chart. You just don't notice it. I guess people call it noise. And then I was on this, just to complain again, I went to Forex Factory, right? And I opened up a thing there and blah, blah, we love you to death. So I post something, some innocuous thing. I thought it was some guy posts this thing and his English is, all his grammar's off, and he's telling me how, oh, we're making so much money, we trade like. I said, yeah, great. Well, buy a spell checker, right, buddy? So I'm a junior member of this forum. I just want to, that's why I have this Google Plus, because you can just be like, you can be your own, you can open up your own thing and just go nuts, right? As long as you don't have, like, I guess, kitty porn, like, posted in there. But, you're your own moderator, you're on your own Google Plus, right? You can just be a complete, pig, a nerd pig, and just post whatever you want. Same thing with YouTube. You can just go berserkoid, right? And I forgot my point. Anyways, yeah, when it's complaining about the FX, the Forex Factory, which I like their news because they got those little cute pictures of yellow, like that's low impact yellow. I'm thinking, yeah, it's like the terrorist alert thing, right? And then, but the problem is the forum. They're like, oh, we don't like your comment. They delete me. They don't even tell me why, right? And then I can't seem to delete my accounts. I turn off all these threads from all these people that. Trading can just become a social event where people just lose money and they're just friends, right? Yeah, remember we blew up those accounts. But yeah, sadly, I kind of hate this creeper gear north on the euro right now, but this is just what these markets are like. This is how they are. And here we go. But bam. Now, hopefully they're going to fill my cells, right? That's what I'm hoping, right? Now they're going to rip back. And this is the demo. I put everything above the 1250. And I don't know what it is, right? It's nothing more than house cleaning on steps, right? There you go. Hopefully I didn't overload on that one. Well, we'll know. But there's nothing I can do about it. I laid all these orders out. Okay, this one hasn't got filled. And this one is sitting in a about to get filled situation. So here we go. We're going to clean house all the way up into here. Like I said, people just can't believe this stuff. They're like, what? Wait a minute. My MACD said, just a minute now. Just now, let's say, but look at the daily. Look how beautiful that is. Look at just clean house on that puppy. Total auction theory. This was supposed to happen on Friday for me. But I'm always one day off. At least I used to be 3 days off on my calls, of the drama. So at least I'm getting a little bit more closer. Now I'm really going to sell. I think just in case they really try to bust this thing through. Hopefully the demo hasn't blown up on me here. Okay, all these fills just happened on the sell side. Now I got to wait on the 5 minute for them to rip it back. If it looks like that I can rip it back, I'll take what I can get, right? Because this could be a slam back into the breakout zone. Right now, here's the 5. If I sync these two together, right? I got my finger on the take profit key on this demo because I want to get it up to like 70 grand, right? And this is the hard part right here because should I take profits? Are they going to ram it up? I'm just going to get out, take profits. Looks like they're going to ram it up again. And if they don't, oh well. So I got the account up to about 66 here. So I make 6 grand today. Now I'm going to put in more cells above. So I scalped that 5 minute Insaneville. I'm still short. So if they pull it back, but they're probably not going to do that. This is going to be a slam up into here. So I'm putting all my orders up in this sweet spot up in here. And hopefully this guy isn't getting beat up either. I'm going to put a bunch of cells up here. I'm going to pepper this thing all the way to heaven. But this is what Forex is famous for, just incredible. People just, they can't believe these moves. Okay, here comes the pullback. The demo's making money now. So that's a 5 minute bar chart with a 1 period moving average on top. And if they can pull back to the breakout, plunge back through to here, then rip it up again. So I have to sit tight for the next, 5 minutes, right? We have to have it come below here and then retag this for the buy entry. So if I was going to buy aggressive, I come in like this, maybe back at this triangle, and I just wait it out, wait for them to pull it back to maybe 50% of that explosion. And it looks like they're really itching to just take it up another 70 pips, but it is the end of the day. And the bond market is going to be the big timestamp on this puppy. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones. Gold's loving it. Let's go to this, bring up this Dow Jones here. See how they're treating. Okay, they're about to take out, they're touching the down channel on the 4-hour Dow Jones right now. So this, we got a little bit more pullback, and I think I just look like it's just going to go screaming north. So as soon as it comes below about 3 pips down, I'm going to get the hell out. It's just too scary looking right now. And even on the demo, right? Who wants to lose money on a demo? So as soon as they bob this below my entry, I could also buy at the market just a little bit to try to hedge it, and then buy on a super tight pullback. As I'm getting out of those sells, I'd be getting into buy limits. That's another way to think about it. You could do it like that. But as long as you know what you're risking on all these tickets in this demo account, I don't care. I'm like driving a rental car, you know. I'm going over curbs and, you know. And then some guy was telling me, "Oh yeah, your demo account looks like your risk to ruin." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." What do you think about the chipset in your rental car? You take the car back, and they're like, "You've been driving over curbs, mister. Don't you read the fine print? You owe us." Okay, I go to the 1 minute chart, right? Probably got some bizarre pullback here, but yeah, look at this 1 minute chart. Wow, talk about getting her done. Holy mackerel, people. I'm scared. I'm going to take any profit I can get here. I think they're going to ram it up again. Oh well. I should probably take something off the table here. If there's anything to take. Take something, right? You always got to take something with you. So I'll take some profits on that, and then I got my other plunge bank above. I'm expecting another smash and grab to the north. And this is when I really want to be like super aggressive, you know, way up in the top here, like this. I'm expecting a big smash up here. That'd be lovely. Oh, maybe it's going to pull back. I'm still slightly short, so if they come back into this this buy zone. That's the 1 minute chart, though. Pretty squirrely. It's all noisy. Anyways, I'm going to just... it was really supposed to be a video about the scripts, but let's face it, can't beat the fact that when people got stops, they love to hunt them. You know, they just love to hunt those stops.